How would you rate the condition of the economy in Ohio these days?
Compared to 2 years ago, is your family's financial situation better today, worse today, or about the same? Huh. Sorry to hear that.
The latest New York Times CBS News poll talks to Ohio voters who have economic anxieties on their mind as they make key decisions in this year's midterm election campaign.
Economically, for me personally, is terrible, as you might imagine.
My medication is costing me $1,000 more this year than it did last year.
At the stock market takes the dip, so my 401k took a dip.
Yes, world, my home's in foreclosure.
Do you approve or disapprove of the way Barack Obama is handling the economy?
In 2008, Ohio was a key part of President Obama's winning strategy. His support today mirrors the national average, largely because many voters believe he understands the needs of people like them, although a majority also disapprove of the way the president is handling the economy.
And I think they're trying, and I think they care. And I didn't feel that from Bush.
It's Congress that comes under much greater criticism. Just 3 in 10 registered voters say their representative deserves re-election.
They've got to get the courage and sit down and act like grown-ups.
If the 2010 election for governor of Ohio were being held today, would you vote for John Kasich, the Republican candidate, or Ted Strickland, the Democratic candidate?
One of the marquee contests of the midterm election campaign is the governor's race. Governor Ted Strickland, a Democrat, is trying to fight back a Republican challenge from John Kasich, a former congressman. Democrat Ted Strickland is trying to convince voters to give him more time. Not all are convinced that he's succeeding.
I think he's a nice man, good family man, but he's just not doing it.
I did vote for Mr. Strickland last time, and I just think Mr. Kasich is more enthusiastic and involved in trying to bring more jobs, new kinds of jobs, into the state.
The other main statewide race is for the U.S. Senate. Voters like Mrs. St. Germain are still making up their minds, although Republican Rob Portman is leading Democrat Lee Fisher.
I am leaning towards Portman, but I have not really made a choice. I need to read more up on both of them.
In spite of the attention that the race has received, enthusiasm about voting is lower this year than in 2006.
Being a Democrat, it's not looking so good.
The trend is much less pronounced among Republicans.
I think this time we're more on the top.
I'm more enthusiastic about getting control of government than I have been for years.
I'm motivated every time there's an election.